Hello the YouTubes! Today I'm trying to bring you guys some support Anivia. It's a little unorthodox, but I actually really like it. It's basically the same principle as a brand support. You know, you're a high damage support. You're basically just supposed to sit there and deal a ton of damage, but she actually has a little bit more crowd control than brand does. So yeah, she gets utility along with her damage, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So today, it looks like we have an Echo top on our team. It looks like there's a Yasuo mid and an Olaf jungle. We got me in the support, obviously, and a Jhin AD carry right alongside us. On the other team, it looks like they got a Lee Sin in the jungle. An Ashe AD carry. It looks like a Malphite top, a Vlad mid, and a Thresh support. Now, the only thing that stinks a little bit is both of us are pretty immobile, and me being Anivia without any dashes and him being Jhin without any dashes, so it could make it pretty easy for this Thresh to hit a couple of hooks. Oop. Taking free damage right there. Alright. So we're going to just have to watch out for that, and then obviously the Lee Sin ganks can complement those hooks pretty well if he manages to hit them. So we're just going to pay attention and make sure we know where everyone is, and not do anything too bad. Or at least that's what we're going to try. So I'll help out this Olaf here, give him his leash. Oh. I always find it interesting when junglers save their smite like that, because it makes me think, don't you want to get them as much damage as you can out of your smite? And if you're holding it, are you really getting as much as you can? Ooh, we got the Thunderlord's proc immediately. That's a pretty good trade. Sit here and we'll auto him a couple of times. Send another auto her away. Oop. Took one of her W's to the face for it. So Jhin has his 4th shot up. Alright, we took a lot of damage there, forced us to use our pot. I don't know if we want to take any more trades like that, especially... Oop, looks like... I just actually noticed that that was happening. Alright. That's actually not a bad trade on our part. That Olaf, that was a risky play, but it paid off, I guess. I'm not even sure what happened there, but... Alright. Looks like he's just trying to take the scuttle, which is great for us. It'll give us some more vision. Man, I keep getting hit by those W's. Oh, that really looked like it was going to hit. Alright, so this Olaf is right next to this Lee Sin again. And it looks like our Echo got a solo kill. And Olaf is chasing the Lee Sin down again. Alright, this is an interesting game. I should really be more focused on what's happening in bot lane. So we're going to try to nail this Thresh when he comes back. Oh, he turned. Just kind of wall him off there.
1,000 lives will I give for the failure.
Be more annoying than anything, really. Let's wait for him to reload before we initiate anything. Oh, if he had hit that W, I think we might have been able to get a kill. But that's alright. That was a nice Q. Oh, that was a beautiful Q. And we'll walk up here and just throw a ward here because we don't know where the Lee Sin is. Or maybe we do. Is he right there? That is him. They're really picking on this guy. Alright, so we just saw the Thresh use it, and that's a really long cooldown. Something like 15 seconds. Lee Sin's not too happy about everything that's going on. Fortunately missed that. Max our E for that damage. I don't want to get up too close because I don't want to get hooked. Nope. Missed entirely. That was probably an unnecessarily wall, but we'll put it up. Like Donald Trump. Alright, that was some good damage. Unfortunately, I'm spending so much time trying to focus this their support down that we're not actually doing very much poke damage to the Ashe. Just letting her free farm a bit, although she is 10 CS behind. So, you know what, we'll just say we're doing a good job. We actually might have forced the Thresh back, in which case I should play a little forward and just try to keep her off of the CS. I don't know what she's doing running up.
I will be reborn.
Oop, take some of that free damage. And I don't know where this Lee Sin is either, so playing up towards here would be a little risky. This is an interesting Jin trap area going on here. I guess he just really wants control over this bush. Hey man, whatever floats his goat. Oh no, she got vision of me. Let's see if we can't get a ward up there. Oh. Might be a little too risky now. Alright, I think we're actually going to be okay. Alright, everything worked out. We survived. So what I did there was I just walled so that the Ashe couldn't walk up and apply damage to the Jin while he was being hooked. Also, it separated the Thresh here from his team, which is good. I did get a little scared when the Vladimir started coming down, for obvious reasons, but we're okay.
Winter wind, guide me.
I actually missed my Q there, otherwise that could have been pretty good. What I tried to do was wall him into my Q so we could get the stun, separate him from his team a little bit, but I missed, so I'm the worst, that's all.
Everyone is watching.
Alright. I'm not too worried about trying to get a ward up here because we're just pushed so far back now anyway. So we're just going to play back a little ways. Don't do anything too risky and you can't get punished for it, you know? Plus, we're already so far ahead in CS, so, you know. Alright, we got our ult. That allows us to do some RE combos, which is basically when you throw your E and throw your R down underneath them, so that you get the extra damage applied from your E, without actually having to hit them with their Q, which can be tricky sometimes. So that's what we're going to try to do, if they actually step up. But it actually looks like they're just trying to go back. Or not. Oh, we got our flash out. That's something. I see my Q actually hit her. It's just my second proc of the Q didn't. Alright, so he managed to proc my egg. I hope that distracts them enough so that my team can kill him. Alright. I'll consider that a job well done. So that was a 3-for-nothing trade there. Well, I mean, they got my egg and a couple of our sums, my exhausts. But, overall, definitely came out on top. It looks like the jungler and the mid laner here, wherever the Yasuo is playing, top laner, are going to help us push. So we'll see if we can get this turret and this one wave, because it looks like Malphite's pushing, but he should not be able to get that. Especially with Echo moving up to stop. Alright, so we're going to back off, because it looks like the Jin probably has a ton of money that he can just use. So we'll actually see what he comes back with. It kind of stinks he didn't get a kill during there, but that's alright. Assists are worth a lot. And the Echo killed the Malphite somehow. Well, it just looks like everything is going well. So what we're going to do is we're going to work towards our Rod of Ages, just like you would in a normal situation where you're playing in the mid lane. Grab those, grab some boots, and a couple of health pots. And work our way back down. You know what? We'll actually work our way mid because it looks like Yasuo is doing some interesting stuff here, and I don't want Vlad to just be able to free push. Even though I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make a difference here because the minions are already hitting and the Yasuo is there now. But the fact that we took the bot turret makes it easier for me to roam now, so I can come up mid lane if I'm needed. It also makes it pretty hard for Jhin to CS because the wave's going to be down here all the time. So I mean, it's good to get the global gold from the tower, it's good to open me up for the roams, but it actually does make it hard for the Jhin to CS. So we'll put a ward down there just because that one's about to expire. We'll throw another one down here. Alright, spotted a Nash. The reason I was actually just putting that there was to stop any fancy Lee Sin ganks. She did not do any damage with that Q. I mean, that W. So that's interesting. I don't know if she's just not doing a whole lot of damage or if she only hit me with one of them, but... see, my whole team's going over to do Dragon. Part of me wants to sit in back so that I can see if a Lee Sin comes. That also leaves me to be boxed around. So I think what I'm going to do is try to rotate with my team to go over to the red buff, because their red buff actually just spawned. Alright, it doesn't look like I'm followed up, so it's too dangerous for me to be here alone. Oh, here comes the Olaf, never mind. I'm going to sit in this bush and just wait for him to come, and we'll help him do this. Alright. This Echo is doing work. He is going off, man. So we got that killed because she targeted us real hard. Nope, there's still a tower up in mid lane, so I can't go that way. Alright, everything worked out well. I probably overcommitted for that one a little bit, but I mean, there was no one there to punish me, so we'll just take it as it goes. Get a hit on here just so that we get our name up in lights. Sweet. And looks like the Echo's backing off, so I don't want to try to stay here and initiate anything. The Malphite randomly TP'd in. That's an interesting use of TP. Not exactly one I would have gone for myself, but, you know, I'm not a pro, so what can I say? And this Jhin looks like he's in a pretty rough situation, so let's run down here and see if we can't help him out a little bit.
Something ancient stirs.
Hopefully he sees me coming. Let's ping, let him know I'm on my way. It looks like the Lee Sin's actually backing off, which is interesting. Alright. If it was a 2v2, I think we could have taken that, but the fact that the Thresh was there making it a 3v2 made it just a little bit more dangerous. This Thresh has been roaming even more than I has. He's even a level lower behind me, and I haven't been getting a lot of solo experience, or any experience for that matter, because I've been in the jungle for so long. Alright, that was a bad cue. Looks like we got an Echo rotating down. So we got her flash out. I guess. That was a little weird play, but I guess she's just so scared of the Echo that she saw him coming and decided to flash. That was a really nice Echo ult. So what we're gonna do here... We have our egg up again, so we're gonna help him out. This is a scary situation here. Throw our ult down there so when he pops out it slows him. And we ran out of mana. I think we're gonna be alright to get away anyway, unless we get minion blocked. Alright, well, we managed to get away, so all's good that ends good, right? All's well that ends well. Whew. Alright, it's a little unfortunate that the Echo had to go down there, but He did go a little too crazy. We tried to help him out as best as we could, and we almost died for it too. Or lost our egg anyway. Even if I had went down an egg, I don't know if I would have died, because it was a Vladimir and a Thresh, and Thresh really doesn't apply very much damage to it, and the Vlad, I don't know if he could take me down just because of how high his cooldowns are this early in the game. That's unfortunate. I thought I hit her with the R, so I would have procced the extra damage, but apparently I missed. Oh well. Well, we're going to back off now because the Vlad is here. Not sure if the Ashe's ult is up yet, but she could really screw us over with that. She's hit me with that twice now. So she seems to be targeting me. We'll hide in this bush and throw out stunning Q if he comes too close. Alright, I was trying to just kill her, but didn't look. Let's see if the Echo can clean up here. Well, at least got one of the kills. I think he should just get off. I was not expecting the Thresh to be coming down the river like he did to cut us off, so I was hoping that I could just save the Jhin by sitting in this bush and throwing a stun at the Vladimir, who I thought was alone. But as it turns out, he wasn't alone, and so ruined my plans. I don't know if he can do this, yeah. Well, he surprised me. He got the kill, at least. But unfortunately, we're giving them a way back into this game in the form of the Vladimir here, which we don't really want to do. So, I think I'm actually going to get Ionian boots for the cooldown reduction. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. So we'll get those. We're kind of throwing really hard and feeding their Vladimir, who is known to be a pretty strong mid to late game champion. So we don't want to feed him anymore. We kind of just want to try to avoid him and push the lanes that he's not in. So we could do two things. We could either just group as 5 and try to push down and beat them in a team fight, or we could just kind of group and have Yasuo continue to split push up the side like he is. And this Malphite has been having some really weird like pathing. I'm not really sure where he's going or what he's planning, but he hasn't really been involved in too much. Aside from, you know, dying. Feeding the Echo, I think. Alright, looks like Jhin wants to get the dragon, so we'll go help him with that. And that Ashe is still not doing very much damage. We'll just stun it to get that extra damage. I meant to actually press my E there, but W works too. So he solo ulted me, and I died. So I got caught out there. It looks like they're just fine fighting down there where they take the dragon down here, so I guess I can call distraction, but either way it was pretty bad play on my part. Like I said, just interesting. A solo ult on the support from the Malphite. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth the Malphite cooldown, to be honest. I guess he did get the kill from it though, so you know, whatever he wants to do. Alright, what should we go for next? I am thinking we want... What do we want? I'm thinking we're going to pick up an Abyssal. Just to help us out from the Vladimir, who is doing a lot of damage and is really the only threat on their team. So that's what we're going to work towards next, is just the Abyssal. How much AP does that give us? That only gives us 60 AP, but it gives us 10% cooldown reduction, which is always nice. Working towards that goal of 40. Just throw a ward up here, because that's where I saw the whole team a second ago. I want to make sure they're not doing Baron or something cheeky like that. Yeah, okay. Or Baron's not even up yet. Rift Herald, I meant. Sorry. Looks like Olaf is getting caught out a little bit. So we're going to see if we can't collapse on here. And no, I don't think we can. They're just grouping a lot more efficiently than we are. Ooh, that pathing. So I think that was a pretty nice disengage wall, which is really what I was just trying to do there, because right now it's a 4v5. And although I think our individuals have a little bit more strength than theirs do, and alright, that was interesting to say the least. I wasn't totally expecting the Echo to go in there, which I guess is good that he did, because that was overall a 5-for-1, which I'll take any day, especially since we might be able to get inhib off of this, depending on how fast we take these turrets. Or not, if Echo decides not to go for it. Alright, we'll just push that in and ping him off. I think we could have at least gotten the turret if the Echo had gone for it, but it looks like he was just thinking differently than us, which, you know, he's the fed one, so, I mean, I guess he can decide what we do. Let's see, what else does this build into? Morellos gives us 20% cooldown, right? The Zonias. So we'll probably pick up a Zonias after this, just to get our full 40% plus the Zonias active, which is amazing. And then after that, we'll probably try for that Rabadon's Death Cap to get that extra AP damage. Because right now we're still pretty much just being used as for a utility, because we're still on the support role, you have to realize. So yeah, in fact, we actually might want to start building this into the Sightstone item, which I would actually recommend getting on a AP champion like Anivia over the Spell Thief's Edge, which a lot of people say the Spell Thief's Edge is really more worth it because they like the Ghost active, which, yeah, I could see that, but I, as Anivia, I already have slows in the form of my ult and stuns in the form of my Q, so I'm not worried about them getting away. It could be handy for initiation, but I think I'd prioritize the vision over the chase power. Especially when we have Echo with all of those mobility moves that he has. So we are on the wrong side of this fight. That is unfortunate. Oop. Unfortunately, we drew tower aggro. I don't know if it'll be able to kill us, and it will. Alright, but we did manage to catch out the Lee Sin, who's about to go down, so that's fine. We'll use what I just did as an initiate thing. Yeah, alright, that's interesting. So he's proxying the wave so that he can get out if Jhin pushes the wave. It's a good idea. But he didn't use it because the Malphite ended up coming up. So it actually might have been better for him just to run out sooner than he did. But oh well. So we'll finish that up and work our way back towards the fight. I think he's probably dead, yeah. Unfortunate, just getting caught out. Oh well. This Vladimir has gone for a really interesting build. He hasn't actually gotten, and it doesn't look like he's building towards the Spirit Visage, which is a really good item on Vladimir. So he should still be pretty squishy. I mean, he did get that Abyssal, but so we got that exhaust just to get him from running away. Was it a necessary exhaust? Probably not, but I do think it was helpful, so I tried it. And this Lee Sin's been making some interesting moves too. I just saw him run down there into base, but he's not actually really helping his team all that much. Of course, as I say, oh, there's the surrender. Alright, I was going to say, we weren't really pushing very well, so I don't know. I think they could have held off and just tried to push into us later on in the game, but it looks like they just weren't willing to try that hard, so that's alright. We'll take a win where we can get one. Alright, so let's just take a look at the stats and see how we did. 2, 3, and 13. Pretty good. I'll take that any day of the week. Especially as support. The 10, 2, and 7 echo. Yeah, okay. Just take a look at the damage, see how well we did here. So we outdamaged our AD carry, and we outdamaged everyone but 2 of their team members, so I'll take it. And it's interesting how much damage that Malphite did, and I didn't even look at his build, but yeah, okay. He was going AP Malphite with Sunfire. Yeah, he had a really interesting build. Looks like he was going for that Riley. Weird. Alright, well anyway, thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you haven't, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And aside from that, I hope you have a great day. See you guys later. Bye.